Two teens were arrested in Beaverton overnight after a house party turned violent. Welcome to KOIN 6 News at 5. I'm Jacqueline Abad in for Emily Burris. Those teens are accused of assaulting and stabbing two others who were rushed to the hospital. Our Jennifer Dowling is live on Southwest Devonwood now with those details. Jennifer?
Good evening, Jacqueline. Well, witnesses say there were around a dozen kids in the home at the time of the stabbing. They say that there were people running everywhere after that occurred and yelling. This all happened just after 1 in the morning, according to the Washington County Sheriff's Office. They say deputies were called out to the scene at that time, and they first got a sign there was trouble when an 18-year-old, though, and a 17-year-old called 911 to say they had been stabbed at the house and were driving to the hospital on Highway 26. Now, while they were on the phone, they saw a Portland police officer and pulled over to get help. That officer called an ambulance while giving them first aid. The 18-year-old was stabbed in his neck, according to deputies, in the shoulder and the shoulder blade as well. And according to deputies, the 17-year-old was stabbed in the side of the ribs. We talked to a neighbor who asked us not to fully reveal his identity today.
I just heard the kids running out of the house. They're yelling, screaming, and they kind of scattered down the street here. And then after that, all I could see is people running back and forth for a good hour and a half.
After Washington County Sheriff's deputies arrived at the house, investigators learned that several teens who lived there had hosted that party. They say there was underage drinking, and when some guests were asked to leave, a fight broke out. A 15-year-old boy is now accused of stabbing the teens, and another 15-year-old boy is accused of joining in that fight. A black folding knife was found at the scene. The teens were taken into the juvenile detention center on charges of assault, and one of those faces a weapons charge as well. Both of those victims were treated at the hospital, and they were released. Back to you in the studio.